And now, to round out the week, you, the viewer. Our first comment tonight comes from Jack Lennis Brown on Facebook in response to our story on wiretaps having nearly doubled under Obama. A Nobel Peace Prize gives you the secret power to spy on whoever the hell you want. Didn't you know that? I didn't know that. Apparently, it gives you the power to start a bunch of wars too, but that's not so secret a power. From our conversation with John Karch from Americans for Tax Reform yesterday, Buffalo, New York, U.S. News tweeted, very loudly, in all caps I might add, signaling Russia TV's increasing move to the right. Now even Adam Kokesh is featuring one of Grover Norquist's sea suckers. If I recall, there was no oral sex included in that interview, but it did also prompt a post on Facebook from Emily McClintock-Ekins, research fellow at the Cato Institute, who writes, "Just watched your interview with John Karch from ATR, and I'm so glad I found your show. You actually understand economics." You're right. I actually do. You can thank the Bush bailouts for that. Seriously, that's when my understanding of economics crystallized into what passes for an organized framework in here. I'm not just a dumb, angry Marine after all. So, diving in, John Montgomery writes on Facebook, "Sorry, but you can't fix the deficit without cuts and raising taxes on the rich. Cutting spending, cutting jobs equals economy gets worse. I'm really sorry, but I will be listening to Warren Buffett on Money Matters since he is the richest American and says he could pay double taxes easy." He also said the stimulus wasn't big enough and we need another one. Well, you can't cut taxes on the poor unless you end the Federal Reserve fiat currency scheme, and you can fix the deficit, not the debt, by just cutting spending. If you want to listen to Warren Buffett, check this. The reason he supports increasing taxes is that he knows it'll benefit him more. If you try to tax the rich, the super rich can always buy their way out of taxes while the relatively moderately successful bear the burden. As for the stimulus, yeah, a bigger one so that friends of government can get more handouts. Speaking of government cheating the people, our story on teachers and principals organizing cheating parties for standardized tests, like many of our education stories, prompted a lot of venting of frustration from some traumatizing government indoctrination center incidents, but I want to share one particularly relevant one from Letitia Peace Crabble, who writes, "In Tennessee, the students are given nothing but practice state tests for 3 months prior to the actual test. My son had such an anxiety about taking the test, I have decided to homeschool him this year, as I want my child to have a quality education. There is nothing in life that comes with an answer key." Yesterday, I shared this clip of the rare good cop caught on tape.
Help me! 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 Somebody help me! Please! Help me!
On that video segment on YouTube, Kid Music HD writes, "Find out all his info, Adam, so we can call in and let them know his actions are what us people want from cops, and these are the cops we need to have remained on the force. Please like this, people, so it can be in the top comments." Awesome. And way to get our attention with the comment. If someone is able to find the info for this officer, I'll share it and make sure people get the opportunity to make sure this cop is rewarded and hopefully not punished for his bravery. We got the video from our friends at copblock.org, so you might want to start investigating there. And from a fan to the north, Brandon Svenningsson writes, "I just wanted to tell you to keep up the good work on the show. There sincerely needs to be more hard-hitting, thought-inspiring, controversial, and rational news programs like Adam versus the Man on the Air, not only in the U.S., but also north of its border. Anyways, keep running and gunning and going against the grain. Your viewer base will only continue to grow. Cheers from your ideological allies in Canada." Canada, eh? Want to know why our show is so popular internationally, but especially among Canadians? Well, aside from being an ethnic mutt, I'm also half Canadian. Don't tell anyone or they might start to notice my silly flapping head thing. And from a fan in the deep, deep south, Mighty Mouse Australia writes, "Adam, Murdoch is no longer an Aussie. He's now American, and you can have the scumbag." No! Take him back! And we have some wisdom from Sergeant Crom from YouTube, who writes, "It's nice to see how so many people who were previously pro-Charlie Veach have dropped him like a hot potato because he, not unlike Jesse Ventura, publicly recanted his position on 9/11 without even considering his side of the story or wondering what would make him change his mind. Guilty until proven innocent. Of course, Charlie's new perspective on 9/11 is pure crap, but he's still the same old nice guy. If this is how quickly you jitbags turn on your own, your revolution is doomed." No! Our revolution is not doomed. Love and light and acceptance all around. And yes, we're still planning on having Charlie back on as soon as we hear from him about being MIA yesterday. That'll surely fuel some conspiracy theories. And finally, Perry Little sums it up for us tonight. When can we simply evolve? Government will become totally obsolete once we can become responsible for ourselves. Isn't freedom a paradigm, meaning a free man is free in his own mind? That's our challenge, to become aware of, and then the dawning of that paradigm. I don't have to fight for my freedom. You have to fight to strip me of it. I am a free man. Amen. And that's our show for the week. Hopefully we'll be able to get Veach on next week and an update on the Dwight Harris wheelchair assault case. Speaking of which, tonight I'm on my way to the fundraiser for the D.C. Coalition to Police the Police, so join me from 8 to 11:30 at the RAS Restaurant and Lounge, 4809 Georgia Avenue Northwest. Hope to see you there. Check out our website, AdamVersusTheMan.com, to find me on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, you can email me, Adam@AdamVersusTheMan.com, or catch this broadcast live as it airs at RT.com/USA and on YouTube. This is Adam Kokesh from the city that never tells the truth. Have a great weekend.